Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to channel itmentorapps.com with me Jaka Prima Maulana, and in this video we will learn about the control flow in Python. So don't forget to subscribe and active the notification for our next video. So let's get started. In previous video we already learned about the number, string, and list in data type Python. So we will learn about the control flow. We create a file. Okay, in control flow we can start to create the x with value 10, and then we create the function. We declare again x is 20, and we will return the x. When we print the x, it will return 10, and when we call the function, this will still return the 10, not the 20. Why? It's because x is namespace variable, is only set inside the function. Then we can try again. If we create the function 2, and we change the x to the global, and we return 30. When we execute the function 2, we print the x, so it will change the x globally. It will not return the 10, but it will return the 30. If we call the function, it will return 20. After that we can try the if etc. Enter number, if input data print if put data print and else. So when we type the 2, it will return something like this, and when we try to input 11, so it will return like this. So otherwise this, it will return the other logic. Then we can try to control flow. The if is for looping. Try to create a T com correction array1 x so it will loop through the list. The next one is IT, and then loop again and print the mentor and loop again until the .com. After that, we can try to insert data in loop in specific index. Try create the array2 in array1. Get all data. Print w so we'll return the same, and we can create logic if len is 3. Insert and then we print 2, something like this. So we will loop the array1 and it will copy the array1. Each loop will go to W, and when W length is 3 data, so it's com, and then we insert to array2, so it will return only com. And then we can try to create string ring, this ring, so it will return 5 data from 0 to 4, and we can try to something like this. Start from start from 6 to 10. I'm trying to change to this. So it will start from the 6 and then end in 9. Why? Because it's 10 minus 6 is 4, and it will create the 4 data from the 6. Then we can try rank, specify different increment, step, rank 10 and loop 3. So we'll step, the increment is 3. So and then try to create a list, change it to the list so we can see the output. So it will start from 0 until 10, but it will step 3. So from 0 to 3, after 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9. And then we can try 2 with the minus. Nice. Rank from minus 10 to minus 100. And loop minus 30. So it will return from the minus 10 and then minus 40 and minus 70. And then we can try to sum in the rank So the rank function will create 4 data from 0 to 3 and then it will sum, so it will become like this: 1 plus 2 plus 3, so it will be 6. Yeah, it's very sick. and then we can try loop with ring, loop with ring, in ring len r3, get the index. So the output is index 0 is 1, index 1 is 2, and index 2 is 3. Next we can try to use the break for x in ring 2 to 10 y in ring 2 and x. If x modulus y and switch on 0 and then the print else. So we try example factorial. And then we can try continue for number in ring 0 to 10, and then if numbers 2 is 0, then is even, else number is odd. So it's will return like this. If 1 is odd, 2 is even, oh sorry, we noticed the continue. So let me try again. 0 is even, 1 is odd, number 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4 is even, after that we can try control flow is the function, so we try to create example Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence is a series of number where the first number is 0 and the second number is 1. From each subsequent number is the sum of the two preceding one. The sequence goes, we will create something like this. So scroll like this, n-1 plus f n -2 . So let's define the function Fibonacci example A is 0 and B is 1, and then for E in rank 0, in rank 8, and then print the A print the current Fibonacci number. And then we update the values of A and B. So value A will be B and B will be B plus A plus B. From that code, A is initialized to 0, first Fibonacci number, B is initialized to 1, second Fibonacci number. We loop the 8 times to get the first 8 number. Each iteration print the current value of A and then update the A to B and B to A plus B, the sum of the previous two number. And then we try to call Fibonacci example so it will return like this. So we initialize the A start with 0 and B start with 1. The first two number is sequence. Loop for the loop run 8 times in rank 8, printing the each Fibonacci number, and then the update A to B and B to be A plus B, and the output Fibonacci is something like this, from 0 to 13. And then in the function we can try to default argument default argument example message number message to yes or not, while true then okay, input message if data input, if data input in y yes and y, so it will return true. And if that input data input in and null, so it will return false. Number is 1 if number is less than 0, raise error user print secretary. Default argument 2, you want to get out, so when we execute the default command message and we input the data input. If we return recruit A, Y, oh sorry, okay, you want to get out, so it will not return anything because it will return true. And when we try not to don't get out, well, answer loop when loop is true, so it's input. If you want to get out, so change the loop is to false. Get out, yes. So we quite quit. And then when we try now out, so it will return to loop again. No. is 4. Okay. Four minus 1, 3, 4 minus 3 minus 1, 2, 3, 2 minus 1, 1. Zero. We can try to argument list. Argument list 3 and 4, and then ring. Sorry. Yes. So it's will unpacking the argument list with asterisk. Argument list with it's only 3. So the same thing with rank 6, something like that. And then unpacking the argument dictionary with 2 asterisk. Unpacking argument dictionary. Argument 1, argument 2, default argument 2 for you, and then argument 3, default argument 3 for print R1, 2, and 3. Unpacking argument. Okay, yes. Oh, I need to insert the argument 1. So we try to create dictionary. Argument 1, value, three into and then you unpack the argument dictionary. So the print will be something like this. So we're unpacking this dictionary. Argument 1 will go the value to be argument 1 value, argument 2 will be argument 2 value, and argument 3 will be argument 3 value. Then we can try the lambda expression. Save f n, return lambda x plus n. Example, lambda print lambda example. When I try insert n is 10, so it will return from the function. Okay. One. So we try to create something like this. And then we try to add 20. So for the first lambda example execution, n is 10, and then so it's return the lambda x is n is 10, and then we add value 20. So n is 20, then n is 20. So it will return 10 plus 20, so it will return 30. So the concept of lambda expression in Python is a way to create a small anonymous nameless function in a single line. These functions are often used when you need a simple function for a short period of time and don't want to define a full function with a name. In your code, we are combine the lambda expression with regular function to create something more flexible. Step the explanation. We create the lambda example. This is a normal function called the lambda example. Is take the one argument n. Inside the function there is a lambda expression, lambda x plus y plus n. The lambda expression defines the anonymous function Just take an argument x and return the result x plus n. The key here is that n is coming from the outer function. Lambda example. The function lambda example return the lambda function. Using the function lambda execute 1, we call the execute the lambda function. So lambda function is return the lambda that contain the 10. So when we call the lambda again, execute 1, we call it the argument 20, so it does 20 plus 10, so it will 30. The result 30 is printed in the console. How does it work? The idea here is the lambda function is dynamically created by the lambda function example function. When you pass a value like 10 to lambda example, it will remember that n is 10 inside the return lambda function. Then when you later call the lambda function with a new value like 20, it uses that store the value of n and adds it to the new value. So when we call the lambda execute 1, the x inside here is become 20, so x will be 20 and x 20 and n is remembered value is 10, so 20 plus 10 will return the 30.